In this video, I'll show you 4 AI features that completely change what Home Assistant's voice assistant can do. Call any service in your smart home, create automations on the fly, pull live data from external APIs and websites, and dig through your entity state history, all from a single voice command. All right, let's get into it. First step, installation. The integration author actually gives you 2 ways to install this. You can go through HACS or do a manual install. Once Home Assistant is back up, head over to Settings, Devices and Services, and hit that Add Integration button in the bottom right corner. Search for Extended OpenAI Conversation, select it, and now we need to configure it. Recently, Mixtro V2.5 Pro dropped its price. We're talking rock bottom prices, same as DeepSeek. So for this video, that's what we're using. I'm going to name it something obvious like Mixtro V2.5 Pro. Paste in my API URL and key, leave the API provider set to the default OpenAI format, and hit Submit. Now, don't close this window yet. We're not done. Click into the settings for this integration and you'll see a few things we need to tweak. First up is the prompt template. This is basically the personality and rules your AI follows. It's split into 4 parts. The role and response rules, where it's told to act as a Home Assistant smart home manager and answer in 1 natural sentence. Then there's the current time injection, so the AI always knows what time it is. Third is the available device list. This is a CSV loop that pulls in all your exposed devices with their entity IDs, names, statuses, and aliases. And finally, the behavior constraints. It can only call services when you ask, it has to confirm before executing anything, and it's not allowed to repeat itself or thank you. I usually leave all of this as default. It works. Next, the chat model. Change this to whatever model you're using. In our case, Mixtro V2.5 Pro. Maximum tokens. Adjust based on your needs. I tested it, and Mixtro V2.5 Pro tops out at 131,072 tokens, which is more than enough. Now, the important part, functions. By default, it already has Execute Services configured. This lets the AI control your devices, but we need more than that, so we'll come back here later. One more thing, make sure Use Tools is enabled. Hit Submit. Done. But we're not ready to test yet. The AI needs to know what devices it's allowed to control. Go to Settings, Voice Assistants, and then Expose. This is where you tell Home Assistant which devices the AI can see and interact with. For example, if you want the voice assistant to control your smart plug socket, find it in the list, click into the settings, and enable Expose. You can also set an alias, something like Bedroom Socket 1, which is easier for you to remember, but more importantly, the AI can recognize that alias to control the device. Alright, now we need a dedicated voice assistant for this AI model. Click Add Assistant, give it a name, and in the Conversation Agent dropdown, select the Extended OpenAI Conversation integration we just set up. Save it. Okay, now let's test the default feature, calling services. The default function Execute Services handles this. I type in Turn on Bedroom Socket 1 and look at that, instant. No speed up, no tricks, this is real time. No delay, no loading spinner. It just executes. Honestly, it's faster than every other model I've tested for this. That alone is worth the price of admission. Next up, creating automations. This one doesn't work out of the box. We need to add a new function. Go back into the integration settings, find the Functions section, and paste in the YAML code for the Add Automation function. Submit it. Now, let's try something wild. I type, create an automation to turn on Bedroom Socket 1 at 7:40 a.m. every day, and it does it. It actually creates a working automation in Home Assistant. I went and checked the automations page. No errors, no red flags, just a clean, functional automation that triggers every morning at 7:40 a.m. That's not a gimmick, that's genuinely useful. And the third one, pulling data from external APIs. This is where things get really powerful. We're going to add another function, this time for fetching data from the web. Paste in the YAML for a REST-based function that calls a weather API. Submit. I ask, how's the weather in New York today? And it comes back with actual real-time weather data. No hallucination, no made-up numbers. It pulled it from the API and gave me a straight answer. Your voice assistant just became a research assistant. And final one, retrieve state history of entities. This is the one that's going to save you a lot of digging through logs. Add the function for querying historical data from Home Assistant's database. I type bedroom socket 1 state history, and it gives me a clean, organized list of every state change with timestamps, not a wall of raw data, a list that actually makes sense. If you've ever tried to dig through the Home Assistant logs to figure out when something turned on or off, you know how valuable this is. By the way, I've bundled the complete setup guide, link in the description. Which feature do you think is the most useful? Let me know in the comments. As always, your likes and subscribes keep me going. Thanks for watching.